everybody. This is Natalie from Light of Ascension Tarot. Thank you for being here today. Today's reading is called What Goddess is Lending Energy to Your Manifestations. So we're going to use this Goddess Power deck by Colette Baron-Reid. Really great cards. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at what Goddess is lending energy to your manifestations now and why, and what messages can come through regarding your manifestations. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We have 3 piles to choose from. We have sorry, my dog is, speaking of, my dog has been so funny lately. Anyway, our first pile is the Labradorite. So if you're interested in the Labradorite crystal here, the crystal that shines like the northern lights, you're going to go ahead and choose pile number 1. If you're drawn to the amethyst here at the center, you're going to choose this beautiful amethyst crystal, or pile number 2. And if you're drawn to this Sugilite alien head, you're going to choose pile number 3. Okay, so I'm excited to get into your reading today. For those of you that are joining me from my other channel, Power Moon Tarot by Natalie H, welcome. Thank you for checking out my new tarot channel. And for those of you that are brand new here, just stopping by, do check out my other channel, Power Moon Tarot by Natalie H. And you can find a link to that channel in my description box below. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram or TikTok, details for how to do so are below. So let's go ahead and get into it, everybody. Let's look at what Goddess is lending her energy to your manifestations. Let's go ahead and do it. You can watch more than one pile if you're feeling drawn to more than one goddess and you'd like messages. You may find multiple messages for you in multiple piles. Again, take it as it resonates, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. We'll put the other piles aside for now, and we will go ahead and get into our pile number 1. Okay, let's do it. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose this Labradorite crystal, and this crystal shines like the northern lights. I just got this crystal recently. I have a ton of Labradorite in my house. In fact, I have a piece of it, a really cool piece of it right here too. But I love Labradorite. I have an amazing Labradorite ring as well. Okay, pile number 1, we are going to get into your reading regarding what goddess is lending their energy to your manifestations. Let's get right into it. Spirits, angels, and guides, for my beautiful pile number 1s, let's cast away any doubt. Let go of any energy that we took on during the day that we no longer want to be a part of our auric field. Let's cleanse ourselves and open up our energy to the energy of pile number 1, connecting to the divine. All right. What goddess for you, pile number 1, is coming through? Ooh, I kind of had a feeling she was going to come through. This is Athena or Artemis. And Athena, well, actually Athena is separate from Artemis, okay? When I think of Artemis, we can think of Diana. I don't know why I just said Athena is like Artemis, because they're not. They're different goddesses. But for some reason, this picture of Athena is reminding me of a person who is very independent and goes, based on their own strategies, thoughts, and information, okay? Athena is typically like the goddess of strategy and is associated with the sign Libra. But because I was so drawn to Artemis, we could also have some Artemis lovers in this pile, or some followers of Diana, or some Virgo energy as well. So picking up on Libra or Virgo energy. And with Athena, goddess of strategy, goddess of war, we see her really with the owl perched on her. Her eyes are ablaze, and she's learning a lot of new information. So we're asking, what goddess is lending energy to your manifestations? Those of you that are trying to learn a new skill, perhaps studying, going to school, doing more, like if you have a lot of homework or a lot of concentration and focus that you need to get done, or you've got a lot of deadlines or a lot of competing priorities in your life, Athena energy is here to get you into that spirit of multitasking, focusing when need be, multitasking when you can, and coming up with a clear strategy for how to move forward. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and look at this card number 5, Athena, here for you guys. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I just want to get, this is a brand new deck, this Goddess Power deck, so I'm curious to look at it. And actually there's Artemis right there. I don't know why I was thinking Athena was like Artemis, right? But different goddesses, okay? So we have Athena, knowledge. Athena, the Greek goddess of intellect and strategy, says knowledge is power. You are in a perfect position to gain greater clarity at this time. Your hard work is paying off, and everything you have learned about life has brought you to this moment in time. Your knowledge, logical choices, and intentions are aligned with divine will. Your intellect is keen, your mind is clear. You know what you have to do. Right now, the world is making sense. You do not have to question or debate it, okay? And for those of you that feel like others may be challenging you or trying to question or debate with you, like I feel like for some of you guys, you don't need to waste your energy on that. You can take things at face value, all right? If you think it adds up, then that's because it does. Have courage. Your most precious dreams are within reach. The goddess Athena will help you, okay? Sometimes logic just isn't enough to determine the truth of your situation. Right now, things may not add up or make sense because some of you things are adding up and for some of you they're not here. And you may find yourself kind of distrustful. Ingenuity and curiosity are called for as you face the unknown. Don't jump to conclusions. All the information has yet to be revealed, and it won't come by force nor by overthinking and overanalyzing. Athena offers the alignment task of releasing any projected story or expectations and accepting that you don't have to have all the facts that you need to make an informed choice, okay? Ask for clarity, remain open and receptive, and wait for the will of the divine to respond. This is the most correct and beneficial strategy now, and the goddess Athena is ever present to help, okay? So the goddess Athena tapping in here with you, pile number 1, to help you determine what is the best logical course of action here, and do things add up? Are things actually making sense? And in those moments when they're not, trusting that you are aligned with the divine. And so, you know, sometimes we just need to surrender. That's what we need to do. We have number 29, the frequency of healing. Restoring our health and our wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything appropriately. Delight, the energy. I feel like you guys need a little bit more delight in your life, right? Because Athena is pretty serious here. And she's coming through here saying, you know what you need to know already. You have the clarity that you need. It's okay to focus on your healing and delight in the energy that's going to soon be available for you here too, or is already available to you. It says, delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more we delight in and evoke in others, okay? We have incubation or austera here. And so yeah, this period of incubation where we're really going within, we're really studying, we're trying to learn. We've gone into our chrysalis here a little bit, right? And we're just preparing for spring. We're preparing to burst forth in delight. We're healing, right? When we're in this incubation phase, we are healing, pile number 1. We have the proud period, the proud period here. That's card number 33, which is an angel number, and we will take a look at what that card means. We have the earth, and that's coming out under delight, delighting in the physical, delighting in the earth, okay? We have envy, incubation. Okay, could it be possible that there are some people right now that are a little bit jealous of the advantages that you've had or the things that have come your way? I mean, I would tell them, it's not up to us, right, to sit there and judge if people are envious of us. Let them be envious all day, right? They don't know where we've been, the healing that we've had to go through, and we certainly don't have to act less delighted than we actually are, just so other people won't be envious of us, okay? And we may have done that in the past as a strategy to kind of not make others feel badly, or not to kind of outshine other people. And you may have been incubating, kind of hiding yourself there. And Spirit is saying that period of time is over. It's time to anchor into your happiness and your delight, and know that you have made certain logical choices and sacrifices in your life to get to where you are today. Worry, okay? I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. So some of you here could have been dealing with some anxiety or worry, okay? And Athena is here to help you see, like, logically, that you've taken every step that you can take. So there's no need to worry about it. And if you see others who have moved a little bit faster than you, or have gotten the promotion before you, or someone who's a little bit farther along than you, Spirit is saying that's okay. You just needed a time of incubation. You've needed a time to kind of go within and heal yourself. And that's cool. Okay, we have new moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situations. We have Libra and Aquarius energy here. And we have home, number 27, right? It kind of came out backwards. And I'm seeing the number 6 here. Some of you may be associated with that number, but look at the owl here, right? Feeling at home in our own minds. I love Athena has the owl, and then the owl is right here peering out of the home. It's like, you know, I'm seeing the word fee, F-E-E, fee, like some surprising fees that came up, or some things that you didn't think were going to come up, and you guys are like, you know, I should have been paying more attention to this, or, you know, and I feel like Athena is saying, I've got your back. I'm going to make sure that you have the right strategy here to kind of get through this. And, you know, this sense of like feeling at home in your own mind and knowing that you're making the right decisions, all right? Feeling comfortable, not being worried here. Talisman, all right, so those necklaces, or those pieces of jewelry, or those things that we create that bring us into a new portal of healing. And then we have here a wake-up call. Listen and take note. So we've got a wake-up call here for you guys needing to delight in actually just being alive, surrendering, being on the earth plane, and taking in this energy that's with you right now. You've had a major wake-up call in your life. Some of you may have moved, or you may have been forced to move or leave and you didn't want to, or that you were just resisting a change when it came to your home here. And I feel like you guys are traveling a lot lighter now with this talisman energy. And the path that you're traveling down is a lot more, it has a lot more twists and turns than it did in the past. And I feel like, you know, you're getting comfortable with that. And I feel like this, you know, you kind of being in this incubation period and then having this envy pop up here, maybe somebody was getting their dream home, or somebody else was moving faster than you, and you felt like you were moving at like a turtle pace or a snail pace here. I feel like that was kind of a wake-up call for you guys, right? To live more in the moment and to work on yourselves, okay? And Athena is here to help you logically discern what is going on so that you can have this incubation phase and be protected during it and bring your manifestations out. We're going to get into, you know, how exactly Athena is helping you with your manifestations. But let's look at this card number 33 here and take a look at number 33. So it says, this proud Pierrette here, Pierrette. The choices you make for yourself from a place of feeling good are going to be more loving and helpful than anything from a place of self-judgment. You've got nothing to regret. You've learned a lot, and you are a beautiful, unique being on a wild, divine journey. Yeah, I mean, look at this path is much more windy and turny than you might have expected. Be kind to yourself. Keep your head up. Then it will be easier to keep growing and glowing. Have you felt like you've lost your footing, got a bit clumsy, made a mistake? Have you been second guessing your choices? Don't you dare doubt you. Be proud of all you've done and how far you've come. Never be ashamed of who you are or the journey you've taken. If you feel that life is getting you down, or you should have or could have made different decisions in life, this oracle comes with a reassurance. You are doing a great job. You're meant to have learning experiences. What matters is that you choose to learn. And you do, in your own time and in your own way. You make sense of things and grow wiser and stronger as a person. If the ridicule, judgment, or shaming you're dealing with is not an internal situation, but something you feel is coming from those who would seek to tear you down to make themselves feel better about who they are, you know, you are stronger, wilder, and more beautiful and true than any of that mean-spirited fearfulness, okay? You might feel the fearful ones are killing your joy, right? And we have delight and healing here, so important for you guys. But keep your chin up, because you're going to get through this and leave it behind. The mud being slung your way is not going to stick, okay? Let it slide right off or remain stuck in the hands of those throwing it your way. I don't think you guys are gonna do that. You're not, you know, dirt off the shoulder, my God, pile number one, right? We don't pay attention to the haters. Dirt off the motherfucking shoulder, all right? Keep your sense of inner dignity intact. And I want you guys, when you're thinking of that, think of taking a deep breath, and my solar plexus has been really activated during your guys' reading here. Think of taking a deep breath and holding your posture up and pushing your chest out a little bit, holding your chin up and looking straight on. Practice that energy. It's gonna lift you out of that sense of, you know, feeling judged or shamed, and get you into this sense of, you know, I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of the choices that I made. I have nothing to fear. My life and journey has been a lot different than other people's. And yeah, I have been worried. I have sometimes been worried about, you know, how this is all going to turn out. But Spirit is saying here, like, you know, it's time to delight in some of the physical pleasures of the earth plane, okay? Whether that's a good meal, or that's spending time laughing or hanging out with friends, or whether that's seeing a movie that you really wanted to see, whatever it is, or getting a massage, or you know, going for a run, going for a brisk walk, whatever, delighting in the physical, right? I feel like for some of you too, this could be sexual as well. This could be about, I'm feeling like my sacral and solar plexus kind of activating in your reading. And you know, I feel this energy of you guys needing to delight in the physical and heal yourself from some worry and indecision. And I feel like Goddess Athena here is super sharp. She's super on point and super sharp, unlike me in the beginning of your reading, who confused her with Artemis. Anyway, that focused stare just reminds me of Artemis that she has here. But Goddess Athena is helping you, is sending you a wake-up call, telling you to let love in, bring love into this situation. I do feel like with this new moon in Aquarius, you guys could be meeting some really fun people who could be earth signs, who have really good sense of humor, who like to laugh a lot, who cook good food, who are just a delight to be around, okay? And I feel like you guys are not gonna feel as judged and as, you know, like that the heat is on you or the fingers are pointing at you. And the crazy thing about this, I feel, pile number one, is that people have actually been envious of this time that you've had to take care of yourself and incubate, all right? But on the other hand, you might have also felt envious of people who felt like they had a home or felt that they had stability around them, okay? So, you know, when we see that energy of envy, like, we don't take it out on the other person, right? We just use it as kind of a guide to say, like, oh, well, I think I would like that. I think I would like to feel more at home in my decisions. I think I would like to be more confident in my mentality, all right? So specifically here, Spirit, how is Athena helping my pile number ones? How is Athena, and I'm still getting Artemis, so I feel like Artemis must be important to you or be like a secondary goddess here, and I feel like she's correcting me right now and being like, I'm not secondary, like, I feel like some of you here might be followers of Diana or artists, or Artemis, or you guys are artists who follow Artemis, okay? So yeah, Artemis will not be cheapened in your reading, pile number one. We know who she is. She's a very fierce, independent, loyal, discerning goddess as well. And we have that Virgo, Libra type energy showing up in your reading, okay? So let's go ahead. Artemis will not be silenced, I feel like. How is Athena helping pile number one with their manifestations? We have the Hermit, and then we had, or not the Hermit. It's so funny. This is the Hierophant. I keep wanting to go to Virgo energy. We have the Hermit. No, we have the Hierophant, right? So we have Earth energy here with the Hierophant. It's about, you know, feeling really solid about what you decide to do and what your decisions are and how you would like to proceed, especially during times of change. Now, people are going to talk, and let them talk. You know, people might not understand why you're doing what you're doing, or they may gossip, or they may ask you a lot of questions about why you're doing what you're doing. But no matter, pile number one, no matter at all, because I think, you know, what Athena is here to do is to help firm up your mindset about things, okay? To help you kind of cement things in your mind. Like, yeah, I am doing this right. Yeah, this is right for me to do here. And Athena here, look at this, you know, like I do feel like you guys have been feeling like you've been getting it on all ends of the spectrum, whether it's from work, relationships, family, friendships, you know, and I feel like to a large extent, you've kind of felt like you've had to walk this path alone, even though you're kind of taking it from all sides here. And I think, you know, that's what's healing for you right now, is this sense that you can't let up, and that you always are going to have to like really defend yourself to others, or there's always going to be naysayers who are up in your face, right? And you're always going to have to come out kind of swinging a little bit hard, fighting for what you want, okay? And Athena is here to say, no, like I'm here to solidify and help you become more determined than ever that the messages that you have to share, or the places that you want to go, or the things that you want to do are, you know, are very legit. And yeah, and that it's got wings, okay? And this thing is going to take off. And I feel like with the 7 to the 8 of Wands here, we're getting lighter in our energy, okay? Because 8 of Wands is very fast moving energy. And it's like, you know, we're not getting stuck in having to prove ourselves or having to justify what we're saying or doing. It's like our energy is getting lighter, and we're getting more confident in our communications. And I love that for you, pile number one. And that kind of confidence in your communication, and knowing that what you know is indeed right, and trusting that, is going to help you. It's going to help you in your work. Yep, the Emperor just came out right here. I feel like that's really going to help you guys with a promotion, or help people see you as a leader or a boss, or it's going to give you the confidence to kind of run your own business, or to, like some of you that have just been promoted to a manager level, or some of you that have your own businesses and are looking to, you know, dominate more market share. I feel like you guys are becoming lighter and more confident, and that's the energy that Athena is giving you here. And, you know, you guys are standing up to the powers that be, and you're communicating with confidence. So good for you. Good for you. I'm getting the name Claudia here. If any of you know a Claudia, or your mom, sister, cousin, I am just getting the name Claudia. I'm also getting the name Kim. If any of you here know a Kim, or you have a Kim in your life, I'm getting that kind of a name, okay? So yeah, it's just like you're unbothered now. Like you're becoming a lot lighter, faster, and more self-assured with the way that you take action on things and the way that you communicate. Very solid energy. Okay, we have 2 of Pentacles. So, you know, where there's been indecision and we don't know, and we have many choices, and we've been up in the air about something here, and we can see both sides, right? We can see, oh, this could be good for this reason. And I feel like that's kind of where your worry comes from here, pile number one, when you get into this energy of worry. And I feel like it's helpful for you guys to kind of detach from that thought patterns sometimes, and instead turn your attention, right? Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Turn your attention to something else, okay? Just for a little bit, right? Just for a little bit. No need to kind of overanalyze it, right? Yeah, take a break from all of it. Four of Swords. Take a break from the worry. Take a step back from, you know, like, oh, did I make the right decision? Did I go down the right path? Did I read the signs correctly? You know, like, take a step back from that and just, you know, this Four of Swords here is about knowing that, you know, especially coming from the Three of Swords, knowing that even if a situation seemed like it was very challenging, and it probably was, Three of Swords, you know, you're not imagining things there, that a situation that you came out of recently was challenging or heartbreaking, or that you were very affected by something that happened in your environment. And Spirit is saying, and I feel like you guys are fighters for other people too, and Spirit is saying it's okay if you rest and relax a bit. Rest and relax your mind, because Spirit's got you, right? No need to sleep with one eye open. Spirit has got you. Let's see, what else do we have here? We have the Seven of Cups. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, it's like being, like, wanting to do many things and many things being attractive, but getting overwhelmed with that, and so shutting down a little bit. And I also feel like Spirit is trying to tell you, we are going to give you a wake-up call in your dreams, all right? Listen and take note. I feel like some of you guys could have a dream here, or you had one recently, or you will be, where you're going to remember parts of it when you wake up, and things are going to become a little bit clearer to you, okay? Because, I mean, the Seven of Cups isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's like, well, there's a lot of different cool things that we could do here, but then our mind kind of gets like on a loop about it, thinking, oh, I've got to pick something, or I got to choose a direction now, right? There's a lot of pressure sometimes in that kind of an atmosphere. Yeah, and Spirit is saying here, take it easy. Take it easy, baby. Take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. You may lose and you may win, but get back again, right? So don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy, right? I think that's a song from, like, isn't it from like the 80s or 70s or something? Yeah, you may lose and you may win, but you're never going to be back again, all right? I feel like some of you, this may be your last, you know, this may very well be one of your last incarnations, or you're getting real close to the end of a soul cycle here, pile number one. And you're mastering a lot spiritually here with the Hierophant and the Emperor. You are accomplishing and mastering a lot, and there are important messages that you're sharing with others, okay? And there's a lot of paths. When you're a more advanced soul and you've had a lot of spiritual lessons, I feel like sometimes it's more like, wow, you know, Seven of Cups, what do I do with all of this? And it gets overwhelming, right? And Spirit is just saying, just be a little, you know, we have this energy of delight with the Page of Cups. It's like, just kind of let yourself, if you are on one of your last cycles here, we kind of need to enjoy it a little bit more. We kind of need to delight in a few more novelties. We need to, you know, pay attention to our animals. Go look at the little fishes swimming in the river. Go, you know, go chill with your hamster for a while, pile number one. I feel like, you know, that's kind of what you guys need to do. And I feel like your spirit guide, you guys might feel like you have spirit guides that are like very stern or tough on you sometimes. But I want you to know that you have a younger spirit guide who is more like, wants to make you smile, wants you to have fun, wants you to stop and smell the roses, wants you to actually enjoy this experience on the earth plane a little bit more, okay, pile number one? And that's what I'm getting for you. So tap into the energy of Athena. If you're feeling like you're not sure what choice to make, what decision to make, or you're having trouble expressing yourself, or your throat chakra is feeling blocked and you're not sure, meditate on the energy of the lovely, beautiful Athena and see where that takes you in your manifestations. Thank you so much, pile number one. If you found that that message resonated for you, please leave me a like, a share, or subscribe. That really helps my channel grow and helps me get my message out to more people. So thank you so much, pile number one. And we're gonna go ahead and move on to pile number two. Let's clear the energy. Okay, lately the camera has stopped recording randomly, so I'm just gonna check it and see that we're still good to go. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've been a little weirded out lately with the camera stopping in the middle of a reading. Let's clear that. Okay. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. You chose the Amethyst. And right away at the beginning of your reading, I feel like I need to burp, but I don't, but I'm not going to, but I feel like I need to. So I think a lot is going to come up in your reading. We're purging, we're releasing, we're letting go. We're looking at what goddess is lending energy to your manifestations at this time. And we'll be using the Goddess Power Oracle deck by Colette Baron-Reid. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Pile number two, who chose the Amethyst. Spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to the energy of pile number two and their guides and their goddess at this time so I may discern their messages, please, and thank you. All right, pile number two, I kind of already forgot what I said to you. And at the beginning, right? Oh, it was something about burping, right? But I mean, I feel like for you guys, it's gonna be easy for you to kind of let go of memories, okay? For you to clear your third eye chakra and sort of let go of memories or indecision about things and just start over mentally is kind of what I'm feeling here. A lot of calm energy in the mental space for you guys in pile number two. So let's go ahead and see what goddess is coming through here to help you with your manifestations. There it is. It's Hecate. No wonder I was kind of getting that energy of like, so, you know, the movie Men in Black where they take the little, you know, black thing and kind of put it in front of their eyes and they're like, you really didn't see any aliens, and they do that kind of thing with the wand and then they forget, right? That energy just reminds me of Hecate because it's kind of like we're in between worlds, right? Like we're in that space where like we forget, right? We forget where we are. We're in no man's land. We're in no space. We are at the threshold. We're in the crossroads. We're in the empty space, right? And I can see Hecate. I see her face here. She's like, I am going to basically hypnotize you to clear your third eye and clear your crown chakra, all right? Pile number one's energy, way different. That was more solar and sacral chakra, but I feel like Hecate is saying here, and it's so fitting with this amethyst. Notice how her background here matches the amethyst. I'm also seeing the word Kegels here and the letter J or JJ, okay? Is somebody practicing their Kegels, right? In the in-between space, getting ready for some fun. But Hecate is this hypnotic energy where I'm seeing the number 25 here too, and the initials E and H, and the number 2, okay? And I feel like Hecate is saying like, yeah, there's a number of ways things could go here, but right now we're in the pause, right? And I'm seeing JK here, which could be initials. I'm getting the name Janet. But I also feel like, you know, like you guys are like, JK, I thought I was going to go this way, but then I decided to go this way. I forgot what I was doing, right? Goddess of the crossroads. So let's read a little bit about Hecate, number 19 here. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it says, you who are standing in the liminal spaces between what was and what will be, you who have been who you are becoming, the Greek goddess of the crossroads and in between Hecate, welcomes you to her domain and reminds you that neither place is your home. You are being tasked to carefully choose the direction of your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and actions. Now is not the time for hasty action or stubbornness, but a fierce self-inventory. Bless the past for what it has provided and release all attachments to the stories that was. Yeah, I talked about that. Like, MIBing, it MIBs you, right? MIB the hell out of this shit, right? Pile number 2, we forgot. What's the past? What happened, right? Okay, bless the past for what it is provided, but release all attachments to the stories. Now is the time to understand the responsibilities required of you as you move forward into a new version of yourself that is yet unformed. Who will you want to become? What kind of life are you prepared to live? And how will you wisely yield your power to co-create a new world beneficial for others, not just yourself? You have the magic of Hecate pulsing through you, calling to you to answer. Say yes and step into the unknown and discover what is not yet manifest. As soon as you do, the goddess Hecate will bring her eternal torch to light your way. There are times when you feel yourself stuck in between worlds, unable to go back to the way things were, yet afraid to move forward without knowing what you're facing. This indecision can be crippling, but you can't stay forever in the in-between. The goddess Hecate offers you a sacred alignment task. Make a move. It doesn't matter if you stumble or fall. After all, you can always course correct. Bring love to the part of you that is afraid and has lost a little bit of faith. Remember, you are not alone. The goddess Hecate will not abandon you in the dark, nor will you remain there for long, okay? Consider the sacred challenge of trusting the magic that makes this world and your part in it sing with meaning. Don't be afraid to step out into the dark, okay? Wow, okay, so you guys may have been feeling a little stuck in pile number 2. And, you know, being like, okay, I'm going to go do this. Okay, just kidding. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to pull my energy back. I'm also seeing I'm seeing the glyph for like Neptune. So we could have some Pisces here, or people who have a lot of Neptune in your chart, Sun conjunction Neptune, Sun opposition Neptune, or just a heavy 12th house, okay? And the 12th house is, you know, it's one of the darkest areas of, well, the 4th house is pretty a dark area in our chart too, but the 12th house is really undefined. It's very undefined, okay? And we could be talking to Cancers, Pisces, and Scorpios in this pile. I always feel like Hecate reminds me of Cancer energy and Scorpio energy too. Really deep places in the chart and really deep emotional wells within us. And it can get easy to get stuck in these kind of deep emotional pools of our being, okay? And Hecate is here to bring the torch in to say, okay, we've lingered enough here. It's time to go either this way or this way, and I'm going to help you pick, okay? Coherence. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize of the heart with the mind for optimal ability to create the reality that we want. We have prosperity, okay? So aligning the heart with the mind and bringing the energy of prosperity and well-being. And prosperity just isn't, you know, money and abundance. Is also our health. It's also, you know, feeling dynamic, feeling like many areas of our life are energized through the portal of our heart, right? And getting a lot of synergy between heart and mind here in order to make the right decision at the crossroads. Magic circle, protection. Hecate offering you a lot of protection right now, pile number 2, for this very sensitive and unique place that you're at in your life right now. We have the sacred fool. Okay, so it's about starting over. We really are on a new path here on pile number 2. And we have to be willing, right, to take this step. We have to be able to kind of step out of our boundaries so that so that our life can follow where our heart wants to go, right? I mean, that's the first task, right? Is once we have our safety need met and we have food and we have water and shelter and all of that, it's like, well, what do I desire? Where do I want to point my compass, right? And, you know, and here with this magic circle, I like it that we're protected, but I also feel like we're a little kind of stuck and we're needing to maybe take a step out and know that we're still protected, okay? With this sacred fool energy, it's like, okay, let's get ready to do it here. We have black tourmaline, eliminate. Also, black tourmaline is really great for protection. And we have you guys are needing protection right now. You are needing to feel safe and grounded with the black tourmaline here. But I think this is also talking about eliminating anything that isn't resonating with our heart and mind, like together, acting as one. We have purpose. All right, some of you in pile number 2 are about ready to hit your life purpose, okay? I know what I am here to do. And when we align to our purpose, prosperity comes, right? And our purpose is, you know, not just for us, it's for others too. When we do our purpose on this planet, we are in coherence with others. We are in a magical, you know, snow globe with others. We're creating a space of abundance for everyone, right? My success is your success. And people need your talents, pile number 2. So you know what your purpose is. I think you're just in this in-between space, needing the courage to kind of step out here. Trust. Yeah. A lot of us that gravitate towards Hecate, and I will say I gravitate towards her a lot too. We've dealt with issues around trust and getting stuck in an energy because we don't trust what will happen when we break with that energy, okay? And Hecate is here to kind of give you that little bump on your tushy, pile number 2, bump, okay? And we have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio, hell yeah, right? You are protected, you are held. Hecate is very fierce too. You know, she's not a goddess that we want to disappoint, and the only way that we can disappoint her is, you know, by allowing others to have dominate and control our path, right? Because Hecate wants to work with us at the crossroads. So as long as we're not letting anyone else dominate or control our path, she will help us work through our fears. Scorpio energy, okay? We have intention, number 22. Okay, so time to set our intentions. Even if it's big, even if it feels like, wow, I'm so small and I'm just a baby. I'm a baby owl. And I can't even see the whole thing yet, but this is what I want, right? This is my intention. This is my purpose leading to prosperity, all right? We have metamorphosis. Look at this change. Look at this beautiful change happening. And there are going to be people here along the way to help you. And I do feel like this is a very positive love message for you as well, pile number 2. By moving into your purpose, for those of you that are partnered or not currently partnered, but you want to be closer to your partner or find someone, I feel like when you finally put your energy onto your purpose and your path, you're actually going to meet someone very special, okay, pile number 2, or you're going to deepen your connection. As above, so below, heaven and earth, creating heaven on earth. Look at that gorgeous energy. Look at the mirror of heaven and earth. Okay, this is a power statement from Hecate saying, you know, as you create on earth, I'm holding resonance for you in heaven. All right. And every energy that you put in to manifesting your dreams and goals, I'm going to double it for you. I'm doubling down for you. As above, so below. Wow. Wow. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, pile number 2. You know, and I feel like maybe I'll just read a little bit about the sacred fool here, card number 28. I'm not going to read a lot of it, but I'll read a little. Okay, so there's much to be said for common sense, practicality, and grounded approach, especially with spiritual matters and creating a life that fulfills your dreams. But if you are really going to live, love, and thrive and create this lifetime to be original, then you're also going to need to be willing to run the risk of being seen the fool. Some people will call you naive, foolish, or delusional if you dare to dream and follow that dream in all the ways you can possibly imagine. If you refuse to give up, even if others tell you if it hasn't happened by now, it's never going to happen, then they might say you're silly, a child, or disconnected from their idea of the real world. Do not listen to those voices. They do not understand the power of the fool is truth. In the court, the fool was the one the king would trust and ask for advice. Why? Because he was allowed to speak the truth, where others would try to make politically smart choices to win them power. The fool just called a spade a spade. Okay, when the fool in you speaks, it's to tell you something true. It might seem inconvenient, frightening, or exciting. It might turn your world upside down or inspire you. It's not your job to reason it away or say that it's too difficult or dangerous or potentially diluted to act upon that truth. It's your job to remember that the game of life can only be won if you're willing to take the risk to play it, okay? And it says here, sacred fool, set me free to live as I need to be, wild and divinely me, okay? So not even worrying anymore, not letting our energy get pulled down and pulled down by any naysayers, or, you know, and I feel like you don't really have many naysayers, pile number 2. I mean, I feel like, you know, you're so protected with the magic circle and the black tourmaline and Hecate, like you are a daughter or son of Hecate. Not many people would choose to stand in opposition to you. It's just not for them. I feel like it's just not going to work out standing in opposition to you, pile number 2. But I feel like with this sacred fool, you may be telling some of these things to yourself. Like, if I do this, what will happen? What are my fears, right? You know, working through those fears and trust, okay? Trust was a big energy here. And I think that's mainly within you, because I'm feeling more internal energy in your pile rather than external forces kind of coming at you, okay? So let's go ahead and see for my pile number 2s. What is Hecate helping pile number 2 with? We have the 3 of Cups. Definitely some love energy, some twin flames, some soulmate energy. I belong to you, you belong to me, you're my sweetheart. 3 of Cups, okay? And yeah, I feel like Hecate is wanting you to cherish the moment, okay? Cherish the moment in love. We've got to cherish the moment, okay, right? Cherish the moment, because, you know, life can get challenging at times. So it's helpful to stay, you know, to be sweet and be in that energy. We have Prince of Swords here. So yeah, so I feel like, you know, with the Prince of Swords, there can be some inconvenient truths here, or some things that need to be said, all right? And, you know, some observations that have come to the surface, and there may be a certain person in your life, or maybe you are that person, pile number 2, who's brought some things up here. We have the Princess of Wands and the Prince of Swords. So, you know, this can talk a little bit about, you know, 2 people, like, I feel like some of you could be at a crossroads with a friendship, or with a business partnership, or with a romantic relationship. And I feel like Hecate is saying here, like, you know, cherish the moments that you have with this person, and don't try to force anything right now. And I feel like sometimes it may feel like you and this person are on different wavelengths, but this is what we want to be here, is this 3 of Cups. This is really what I feel both of you are desiring, but I feel like both of you may kind of want your way, or may have things to say to each other right now, pile number 2. We have 7 of Wands here. So this is where sometimes we get, instead of working with the energy, we're working against it, or we're thinking that people are going to have something to say, right? But I honestly feel like people got your back more than you even think here. Like, you know, he's behind her, kind of like holding her up, propping her up, dancing with her, being in the moment with her. And, but for some reason, you guys may feel that you need to be a little defensive or secretive or pouty even about something that's going on in your life, or something that someone told you, I feel like here. We have the King of Pentacles. So, you know, there may be something going on here with your work, or there may be something going on with a superior here. But, you know, I feel like you guys are just needing to feel secure. You and whoever this person is, you're needing to feel secure with each other. You're needing to feel like, you're working with each other, and one isn't above the other, and that we're working with one another instead of against each other, or instead in competition with each other. And I also feel like Spirit is saying here, look, you're not alone either. There are people here who want to help you and have value to add. And yes, you're doing great on your own, King of Pentacles. Yes, you're very independent and you do great on your own. And I feel like you guys are like, I don't need it. You know, sometimes you're like, I don't need anybody, I'm good, right? But I also, there's a lot of court cards here. So and we had this metamorphosis about these two meeting here and falling in love. So Spirit is saying, yeah, you're independent. Yeah, you can do things on your own. But, you know, wouldn't it be nicer? Wouldn't it be nice, you know, with a friend or a loved one or a kid, you know, or a partner? Wouldn't it be a little bit nicer, right? And I feel like some of you guys are a little resistant. You're like, I don't know, you know, I don't know. But let's see, what else is Hecate helping to you to manifest here? So we have 8 of Pentacles reversed. So she's saying, like, you know, cherish the moment. And, you know, you're such a hard worker, pile number 2, but don't work yourself to death here to the exclusion of your relationships. Or also, some of you here could be getting, on the other hand, some of you here could be getting distracted from your work with relationships or connections. So take it as it resonates. How does this resonate for you? Are you getting distracted from your work with various connections and having a good time? Or are you working too much and not letting other people in to help you? All right. We have the Star here. Okay, so this energy talks of, you know, somebody being, well, I really feel like, because we have the flamingos here, and then I'm seeing this flamingo on the Star card here too, I feel like this is about nurturing the change going on within you right now, okay? Nurturing and giving a voice to and taking action towards and laying the foundation for the metamorphosis that's occurring within you right now, okay? Pile number 2, I feel like that's what we want to do here. That is what we want to do here, is nurture this metamorphosis and change that is happening within you. And I feel like it's something you don't even really have to consciously push so hard on and really push on. I feel like this is more subtle with the Star energy here. Okay, we have the 4 of Cups. So, you know, again, it could be like there's distractions around you. There's a person that you're interested in, but they're kind of, you know, they're kind of doing their own thing, or they're kind of thinking about other things. And I feel like that's just a sign here to kind of go into your own metamorphosis here, pile number 2, because that's really what's going to lead you to your fulfillment here. Yeah, we have 10 of Swords. So, you know, Hecate is saying, like, you don't have to be as, you know, it's kind of an end of having to defend ourselves at all costs. It's kind of the end of that era, and it's a softer energy now. It's a much softer, lighter energy, all right? Let's see. Let's see what else. Let's see what else here. We have the 4 of Swords. So we have the 4 of Cups and the 4 of Swords. So taking a time out, okay? Taking the time out from the pressures and the stress, enjoying ourselves, enjoying the fruits of our labor, not being super defensive. And I feel like too, if you guys are trying to get someone's attention who you feel is not really paying attention to you or is focused on other things, Spirit is saying here, let go of that energy. I'm getting the name Amelia too, for those of you that know someone with that name, or you know, have a connection to that name. But I feel like Spirit is saying here, let go of that stagnation of kind of putting your energy on or trying to call out someone who isn't really paying attention to you, someone that's been kind of annoying you, even though you're very sultry and cute. I feel, pile number 2, Spirit is saying, let's just, you know, let's not expend a ton of energy with that, because there's something better coming down the pipeline for you here. Someone a bit more mature who, you know, will pay attention to you. And somebody like, and you know what, paying attention to someone is kind of the bare minimum, isn't it? Right? Like somebody who's a real gentleman or gentlewoman, somebody who's financially well off, somebody who understands responsibility and commitment. Okay. And, yeah. And in the meantime, Hecate is saying, focus on your own, you know, focus on nurturing your own metamorphosis here, okay? Focus on nurturing your own metamorphosis, okay? And some of you may be into like artistically expressing yourself with your body or dancing, and I feel like Hecate is like, heck yeah, like I love that. That is a way to connect with my energy through music, through dance, that very deep kind of emotionally expressive way. And then we have the Three of Pentacles, right? So, you know, we're building something new here, and it's going to be, there's going to be moments of risk, and there's going to be moments when we're like, shit, you know, and we're going to need the help of others. And there are a lot of court cards here in your reading, right? So Spirit is saying that's okay. Like we can, here we're going to try to, you know, relying on the support of others when need be, right? But I also feel like it's only you, pile number 2, that can really make this whole thing function smoothly. Like it's you that has the magic touch here, okay? You may bring a team together, but it's you that has the magic touch. And I want you to remember that, okay? So that is what I am getting for you, pile number 2. I hope that that reading resonated for you. I hope that you felt some clarity after that reading. And please leave me a comment, like, share, subscribe, and let me know how you felt about that. Okay, so let's go ahead and move into pile number 3. Okay, let's get into it. Pile number 3, I'm just going to check, make sure our recording is still good. Yep, I was having a little issues with that earlier in the week. So now I'm a bit paranoid. Let's get into it. Pile number 3. Okay. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the Sugilite alien head. Yay, pile number 3, okay? I just wanted to say it's almost 7 p.m. in Seattle and it's still light out. I love daylight savings. I love having more light. It just makes me feel more productive. I don't know how you guys feel, but let's go ahead and get into it. Your reading today is called What Goddess is Lending Energy to Your Manifestations? And I'm going to be using the Goddess Power Deck by Colette Baron Reed. Okay. Have some of you been nervous about what you've been channeling lately, or nervous about your downloads? Let's go ahead, or nervous about some of the information that you've been getting. Let's go ahead and get into it, okay? Sugilite is very good stone for my empaths, for my highly sensitive people, and also the alien head here resonating with star seeds, okay? So let's get into it. Spirits, angels, and guides, please open up my energy field to my beautiful pile number 3s as we channel into the energy of the goddess that is with them and here now. Let's do it. Okay, pile number 3, let's reveal your goddess. Ooh, you guys have Isis, rebirth, baby. I love that. I absolutely love that. I'm seeing the word whisper here. Have some of you guys been feeling like you've been getting whispers? Maybe at night while you're sleeping, you've been hearing noises. Has anything made you feel nervous? Right? I feel like the goddess Isis is trying to reach out to you right now, and she's talking to you about rebirth. All right? Let's go ahead, and it's a whisper. Sometimes, you know, the goddess or even our intuition is like a whisper. We can hear it, right? And we know, and I'm also seeing the word wishes here too. So Isis is here to bring a rebirth to even towards like how high you're aiming in life, right? Like chin up pile number 3, right? Like even aim higher is what I'm hearing. Okay, so let's look at this rebirth card with Isis here. And we're going to read just a little bit about her. Okay, it says, the process of soul retrieval, resurrection, and rebirth is the theme recurrent through the stories of the Egyptian goddess Isis, and one that she invites you to address now. This is a powerful moment to see some of what you thought you'd lost go through a process of regeneration to live again. Like magic, the pieces of you that were considered lost and old wounds and stories are ready to be reclaimed in a healthier, more mature version. Where you were hopeless, there is now hope. Where you lost faith, you now have the capacity for even more. Where there was inequity and injustice, now you can see a better way. Where you were abandoned, now you can choose you. You are ready to face these parts of yourself and to gather them together as you step into a newer, more powerful version of yourself. Your work, your relationships, and your creativity. Have courage, let go of blame, claim your accountability, and then co-create something better. You can do this. The goddess Isis has come to help you as a potent supporter in your growth. Okay, with the goddess Isis, with her powers of reincarnation, has a message for you. You are not broken. You are not wounded beyond healing, and your opportunities are not lost forever. Your insistence on defining yourself by your losses and wound stories are not serving you now. Your alignment task is to fully accept the things the way that they are, to choose to find a way to put the pieces back together, to die what doesn't serve you and focus on what does. Okay, the goddess Isis wants only the best for you. As your fierce ally, she will challenge you when you go off track. So pick up the pieces, tell a new story, and find home again. You will be amazed at how beautifully things come together when you reject the trap created by the stories you tell yourself. You have the key. Now go ahead and use it, okay? And, you know, I do see her stance here. Like, she is challenging you. Here, look at this chin and the way she's looking at you. She's challenging you here to redefine the way that you look at your life and your stories. And maybe you guys will be doing that through art or some type of tapestry or art that you're gonna make is what I see here. I also see, like, we have Isis here. It looks like she's petting a cat that's in her hand, right? Cats have that fierce independence, that energy that challenges you, that determination, right? To kind of go their own way. And Isis is stepping forward now with this energy. This may be a person in your life, a mentor, or somebody that you've crossed paths with that you feel is, you know, challenging you to reach greater levels of self-mastery within yourself. I used to get pretty annoyed when people would say, you know, don't tell your story, or don't spend time, like, forget your story, stop telling that same old story. And I have to admit, there's still a part of me that gets a little PO'd when I hear people say that, because, you know, our wounds, they're not the most important thing in us, right? Like, but our wounds are a part of us. And you know, so I might even disagree with the book on that a little bit, even myself, right? But I don't disagree with the fact that we should be taking, whatever it is, you know, that we need to work with, whatever energy that we need to work with, whatever trigger, whatever sore spot, whatever raw piece of ourselves, that we should take that and work with it and evolve with that piece of ourselves. Okay. And so, I mean, I'm not one of those people that thinks that trauma, we can somehow get rid of it, or by healing, it's like it never happened, because it shapes our soul. And some of our souls are going to be forever, you know, changed from traumas that we've experienced. Okay. And that's okay. That is okay. And if we've lived enough lifetimes, we know that we've experienced many traumas in many lifetimes, and even, you know, not even on this planet, in other planets and other worlds as well. All right. And we know that that's the truth. But there is something here, like I feel like Isis is really challenging us to step up our game, all right? Because there's probably an old story that we're holding on to that it's time for it to be recycled in a way, okay? It doesn't mean that the trauma didn't happen, or that the person, you know, or that we forgive someone or scot-free, they get off scot-free. No, none of that, right? But I do like the message of self-responsibility and accountability, you know, not for things that people, you know, did to us when we were a child or even young adult or whatever, but how we are living our lives now as adults, accountable, reliable, committed, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and see how Isis is helping us through this. We have compassion, right? So this having compassion for ourselves when we have fallen off the wagon, or we got triggered in a situation and we responded in a particular way, right? And having compassion for ourselves and for others and our humanity. Romantic love. Okay, you guys. So this reading, Isis is helping you guys take these stories of wounding and pain and transform them into a journey about love. Like, we're always learning about love, even when it's painful, pile number 3, that's for sure. We have earth, grounding. All right, so Isis is saying, you know, like, yes, I am challenging you. I'm challenging you to step up into the heart of compassion and let go of the pain from the past. All right, and I'm drawn to the number 39 here. Some people could be near that age, or that number is important to you, but I feel like in something that could have happened when you were around 15 years old with this compassion 15-year-old, or having compassion for your younger self, I feel like. And with the earth energy here, we could have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorns in this pile. But I also just feel like Isis is saying here, like, you know, this is to rebirth ourselves is not an easy process. Have compassion and know that I'm helping you stay grounded during this, okay? We have the Maven of the Masks, okay? So wearing our old identities, like staying caught up in our old identities and attached to old Akashic records that are currently being, you know, and our Akashic records, like, we can't change the past. We're not going to be able to change it, but we can cling to our Akashic records and some of the past lives aspect of it. And, you know, we can cling to that and not really understand that we are constantly rewriting our Akashic into the future, okay? Like, we can shift that energy. We have destiny, all right? So your destiny is compassion, pile number 3. Blame, right? Playing the blame game. I'm going to blame the way that I am, or the way that I've had to be, right? With this Maven of the Masks on, you know, right? And earth energy is also taking accountability. It's also getting really practical and grounded about, you know, what actually happened, and really, you know, and with this energy and this Saturn energy, right? So it's like, we want to know, like, how we were responsible, right? We could be playing, you know, the blame game, or saying, you know, a lot of times I am wearing a mask, or I'm not letting others see who I am, or I feel that I have to hide who I am, right? Spirit is saying this isn't your destiny. Your destiny is to have compassion for all versions of yourself on all timelines, and that we will accept the responsibility for our own well-being here, okay? We have balance energy, so we can have Libra energy here. When I see blame and balance together, it's like, yeah, some of this is my fault, some of this is their fault. Now, I'm not saying that's the case when you have situations of abuse and children involved. We're not into that spiritual bypassing bullshit, okay? What I'm saying is that, yeah, and we're not into preaching either. Like, I feel like I'm being kind of preachy in your guys' reading, and I don't want to be preachy with you. We want to be compassionate and grounded and balanced. All right. So I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Yeah, we're not trying to, I mean, sometimes we need judgment, right? Sometimes we need to call a spade, but like, you know, we've done that enough. Right now, what we need is compassion and love, okay? The energy is gaining momentum. The energy of balance and taking responsibility and love and compassion is gaining momentum. And this is your destiny, okay? And the reason Isis is here, some of you may be trying to manifest a romantic relationship or more friendships in your life or better connections with family members here. And some of you may have been playing a role in the past that you no longer want to play. And some of you may have said, well, that was because a person, you know, the blame game, they acted this way, so I acted that way. But Isis is challenging that dialogue here for you, pile number 3, and saying, actually, no, like, let's really look at this so that we can get you through this, so that we can get you what you're manifesting. We have the Wizard of Awareness. Yeah, definitely. This is that maturity, Saturn energy, seeing things for what they are. The Wizard of Awareness, okay? Isis drawing our attention, making us aware of, you know, our own responsibility in situations. We have Deep Freeze, okay? So some of us, because, and then we have Kundalini, right? Untapped energy. So I definitely feel like, you know, we could be talking about your life here in stages, like number 15, what happened when you were a teenager, in your 20s, being very frozen in your heart space and not, you know, and just not warming up to anything. And then number 39 here, getting a little bit older, wanting love in your life, right? And we talk about this Kundalini awakening, this unthawing of your heart space, right? And I do feel like there was a time when you were very hurt and cut off, right? And you maybe couldn't even see any opening there for you to, for your circumstances in your life to shift or change. But guess what? Isis is here because she's fierce. She's here because she take no shit and she's fierce, pile number 3, right? But it's this balanced energy of saying, I am stepping up for me now. I'm an adult now. I'm stepping up for me now. And I am lighting up my spinal energy. I'm lighting up my Kundalini. And, you know, it's time to turn the oven on, right? It's time to, and we talk about this energy of unthawing, right? And lighting up that fire center in our spine, okay? And watching, this Wizard of Awareness is watching I feel like this could be a guide, another male guide for you guys here, is watching our transformation, all right? And this energy of Kundalini rising is gaining momentum. I feel like some of you may be getting in touch with your sexuality again. You may be getting in touch with your heart space, wanting to manifest a loving connection with a friend or a romantic partner, right? Or the energy of forgiveness here too. I'm not talking about, you know, the really crappy shit, you know, childhood stuff. You know, forgive on your own time. I'm definitely not here to lecture you on that, pile number 3, but forgive or don't forgive, right? I'm not trying to tell you anything about that. What I'm saying here is that we're seeing ourselves unthaw. We're seeing our heart spaces be activated and our energy get more balanced, all right, when we start taking accountability here. All right, so let's see. What is Isis helping pile number 3 with here, Spirit? What is Isis helping pile number 3 manifest here? Okay, so we have four of Swords. Let's see. A clear mind, the unnecessary worry, thinking about the past, feeling like, you know, burdened by that, overthinking and overanalyzing the past, not having any peace about in our minds, like still continuing to think about things. Isis is helping you let go of that and gain peace. Okay, she's also trying to help point you in a new direction here with the Wheel of Fortune. She's like, you've been sleeping, you've been thinking and sleeping long enough and you've had a break. Now, I feel like Isis is saying, like, let's get up and move now. Let's get up and move, okay? Let's get up and try something different. And we had destiny with the crow here, okay? With the Wheel of Fortune, we talk about destiny, all right? So Isis is wanting you to kind of wake yourself up and smell the coffee or smell the roses here. And justice too. I really feel this justice energy. And the Emperor, right? We could have Aries and Libra energy here, but Isis is helping you take responsibility for any karma that you have inflicted on yourself or others, and is helping you to realign your Akashic records and realign you to your future path, okay? And there's no more bullshit, right? With justice and the Emperor here, there is no more bullshit, right? Like, and it's funny because we have balance here, and we have the card of Libra, and then we have two opposite signs, Aries and Libra, which bring each other balance, okay? The energy is gaining momentum, and there could be an Aries or a Libra here that came out right on top of this romantic love card that is coming. Isis is trying to get you to drop any stories, drop any kind of energy of feeling overwhelmed mentally, so that you can basically move forward like a lot freer, a lot happier, so you can get into this sense of, I don't know where my destiny is going to lead yet, and I'm okay with that, and I'm curious about it, and I'm looking to see where things are going to go, and things will change, okay? Talk about taking accountability and responsibility with Justice and the Emperor. We are not letting ourselves get away with much. We are really taking ourselves seriously and being accountable, all right? And all of this is going to lead to a new path for you, pile number 3. When it comes to the way that you relate with others and also in your relationship, you're going to be a lot more confident and centered and balanced, okay? And you know what? All this energy is gaining momentum here. And I feel like for some of you too, your sexual energy is on the rise, Kundalini, okay? Isis is helping you to kind of rebirth this. Let's see, what else is Isis helping pile number 3 with here? The Knight of Wands, really feeling sexy and being able to take action, right? Sexy, taking action, feeling fired up, feeling ready to go. We have the Page of Pentacles here. So, it's that balance, right? It's the balance between being really fired up and ready to go versus, okay, I'm just gonna take my time and take baby steps here, right? Like Isis is trying to help you strike the balance here between, when it's time to get really fired up and really determined about what we're doing versus when is it a time to sort of take our time and not overwhelm ourselves and take one step at a time, all right? So finding that balance within yourself here. What else? Spirit, we have 10 of Pentacles and Justice. So I feel like for some of you, this could be a marriage, or this could be a family commitment or marriage, or a deep enduring connection. I also feel like with the 10 of Pentacles here, your ancestors smile on you right now as well, pile number 3, in the work that you're doing, and you are breaking genetic curses. You are, and I feel like future generations, they may not see it right now. If you have nieces or nephews, sons or daughters, they might not see that right now, depending on their age, but I feel like in the future, they are going to see like everything that you've done to kind of lay the foundation for truth and accountability, okay? And that's if you have any kind of child in your life, niece, nephew, actual child, little sister, little brother. This person, your ancestors are like giving you massive kudos right now, pile number 3. They're like, the work that you've done here is actually like pushing our family line forward, okay? It's making the space for other generations to come through with more power and purpose, okay? Wow, I love that, pile number 3. What else is Isis helping you with here? Oh yeah, there we go. Helping you find love, and it could be with a Scorpio. Death is on the bottom of the deck, okay? But I feel like, wow. Okay, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. the Justice Emperor, right? I feel like Isis is helping you, like it's a new love, okay? We're coming out of a deep freeze of the blame game, and we're getting this Kundalini activated. The energy, the good, yummy energy is getting activated, and the momentum is picking up for you here. Okay, pile number 3, and you're going to need this earth energy kind of grounding you and making you feel safe and comfortable as this energy starts to pick up for you here. But I feel like a lot of you with romantic love, the 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, Justice, sometimes signifying marriage, the Emperor, confident, you know, knowing who you are. Yeah, and your destiny is pointing you towards this. This is a different reality for you, pile number 3. And that's why Isis is challenging you right now here to look at things differently and to do the inner work, because it is going to pay off, okay? I'm seeing the name Josh and an F here and the number 3. All right, so I'm also seeing SH, okay? Or maybe like the name Shyla or an SH name. All right, that is what I am getting for you, pile number 3. Please let me know if that reading resonated for you, if you have a comment for me, if you'd like to discuss. I know I kind of went off a lot in your reading, but I hope that it was valuable to you, and I hope that you found insurance in it, okay? So thank you so much, pile number 3, and we will see you again next time.